What happens if you were the last man on Earth? Have you ever considered what the last human on Earth would be like? To wake up with no one to answer to, no deadlines to meet, and no need to dress. Doesn't that sound like paradise? But before you get too carried away, imagine the terrible facts of this situation. Can you live on your own? Will you be able to find adequate food, drink, and shelter? And more importantly, could you handle the heavy weight of being alone all the time? In this video, we will look at the difficulties of being the last human on Earth and what survival would take. Don't miss out on the thought-provoking journey. Also, while you're here, like and follow our channel. Let's get started. Imagine it's a usual night, and you're going to bed, not knowing that the world is about to change in a way that will never be the same again. As you fall asleep, everyone on Earth vanishes into thin air, leaving you entirely alone. Your alarm clock and radio have failed to wake you up, and when you finally wake up, you peek out the window to realize something is seriously wrong. The only thing surrounding you is a weird silence, with no familiar voices or bustling noises of city life. Even automobile horns and jets roaring are deafened. The only sounds left are the soft rustle of leaves, birds chirping, and dogs barking. How would you react if you woke up on a planet devoid of human life? With no one else nearby, you are left to explore a paradise free of human life. The world is yours and you can do whatever you want. However, as the day progresses, you begin to feel the burden of being alone. You realize that a kingdom is meaningless without its subjects, and you are the sole survivor. What occurs next is determined by your personality. Are you a rugged individualist or a sociable butterfly? Regardless, even the strongest of us find being the last person on Earth terrifying. So how quickly might a person from a 21st century Western civilization adapt to a world where they must be self-sufficient in all aspects of their survival? That, too, after experiencing the shock and sadness of losing loved ones and adjusting to the realities of their situation. Consider a world in which everything you ever took for granted is gone. There will be no electricity, clean running water, or readily available food afterward. Indeed, survival in this new environment is the ultimate test of your abilities and resilience. As a survivor, your first concern should be to find a safe drinking water source. You won't be able to survive for more than a few days without it. While some water may be stored in residential tanks, it will quickly become stagnant and unusable. So what should a thirsty survivor do? Believe it or not, the answer may be found in one of contemporary life's most luxurious symbols, bottled water. If you go to a shop, thousands of liters of filtered water are waiting to be consumed. Of course, bottled water will not last forever, so use the valuable resource while you can. However, once a consistent source of clean water has been established, it is critical to make informed food choices. Exotic fruits such as guava and dragon fruit may be available in some circumstances, although they may be difficult to obtain later due to their importation from overseas. In such instances, it's best to eat these items first while you still have the chance to enjoy every last bite. For later, canned products are a fantastic alternative because they may be appropriately preserved and remain delicious for decades. Fresh fruit and vegetables will expire if not refrigerated in a day or two. That implies that if you want to enjoy the flavor of fresh food, you'll need to learn how to raise or gather crops, fish, or hunt. But wait, if you're considering fishing, remember, it is more than just casting a line into water. You must understand the finest fishing places, how to avoid scaring the fish away, and which types of fish are the easiest to catch. Next, we have hunting. It is a complex undertaking that demands skill and patience. Before eating the meat, you must find the animal, capture it, and butcher it correctly. Hunting, too, takes expertise and precision. You may require a rifle or a shotgun, but bullets will be scarce and difficult to replace. That's where learning to manufacture a bow and honing your spear marksmanship can help. To flourish properly in this wilderness, you must learn to read the messages left by nature. Knowing the animal's habits, the ideal time of day to hunt, and the critical impact wind direction has in hiding your scent are all important considerations. You would have to spend countless hours researching and observing, learning from your failures, and adapting to new obstacles to acquire these talents. Survival in the end is about making the most of what you have and adjusting to new circumstances. The question is, are you up for the challenge? So what should you expect next? The world as we know it will begin to crumble over time. Even the most impressive human structures could fall apart if not properly maintained. Cities will become dangerous places to stay, due to lacking maintenance and resources. Meanwhile, the countryside would represent a concern when food becomes increasingly scarce. As if it wasn't enough, as clean water and medicine become rare, hygiene and medical care would also become issues. Traveling would become difficult as roads would be inaccessible to most cars because of lack of maintenance. If you were the last human on Earth and nuclear power facilities were left unattended for an extended period, it would only be a matter of time before they began spewing radiation. The results might be disastrous, with no one to maintain or repair them. The radioactive pollution could spread, rendering the environment unfit for any living life. As a single survivor, you'd have to make a difficult choice: stay and risk radiation exposure, or move to another nation and hope the radiation hasn't reached there yet. In any case, the situation would be hazardous, and extra caution would be required. It's a scary prospect that power plants designed to power cities and improve people's lives may suddenly be the source of their demise. Overall, the globe would become a more complex and hazardous place to live as time passed. Our survivors must learn to adapt to a continuously changing environment and develop new solutions to overcome obstacles. A lone survivor's obstacles in a world without humans may appear stressful. Still, with access to numerous books in libraries and bookstores, they can solve practically any difficulty. You study survival materials, learning everything from how to build a shelter to identifying food plants. However, as time passes, they will see that their most challenging struggle is not merely remaining alive, but also maintaining their sanity. Humans are social animals, and without someone to share their experiences with, the survivor would feel progressively lonely and alienated. While a dog might offer solace, only another human can provide the empathy and emotional connection we need. The survivor may eventually become emotionally unbalanced without another human to talk to and confide in. Hopefully, no one will suffer this fate. That's all there is to it, guys. What other survival obstacles do you believe our lone survivor will face? Would you survive in a world with no other human contact? Let us know in the comments section below. We hope that you liked this video. Remember to hit the like button and please subscribe to our channel to see more exciting what-if scenarios. Thank you for taking your time. Your appreciation means a lot to us.